Welcome to Beyond the NFT. I'm Sinful, and tonight we're thrilled to have Aaron Leupp, the creative genius behind Waifumon's anime NFT brilliance. Being the proud game master that he is, Aaron is fueling epic Decentraland PvP shooter concepts, epic giveaways, iconic giveaways, not epic, iconic. And and a community that's all about heart. Very passionate community. Lots of people that Aaron has touched throughout the years. So let's explore his journey and see what's next for Aaron and for Waifumon. Let's go beyond the NFT. Welcome, Aaron. How are you? Welcome back to Beyond the NFT.
Thanks, man. Great to be back. As you said, I like abuse, so I'm here for round two, baby. Let's go.
Round two is Sinful. Oh my god, oh my god. I don't know if you're ready. I might have gotten a little more refined since then. Maybe, nice. I don't know. At least I like to think of that. I like to think it. So, I mean, I think it would be a good point to start because, since the last time we had our interview, Decentraland has changed so much. There is a new client. There is a new Decentraland team. There are new friends joining us here. So I'm gonna just pass the mic over to you and allow yourself to give the opportunity to introduce yourself and say hello to everyone. So the mic is yours.
Thanks, man. For all that don't know me, I'm that annoying dude that spams everybody with giveaways all the time. I did daily giveaways. I did over 1,000 every day on Twitter, giving away free Waifumon NFTs. I did a different one every single day. It's been lots of fun. And now we are been hitting our 10K collection, just like all the other NFTs, but people can redeem the free ones they got from before to get these. And it's been lots of fun, man. As Brandon Maya says, I still have 500 Waifumon on my wallet. Bro, you are a legend, man. You are a legend. So shout out to Brandon and for all y'all that still have some of them. We love doing it. We love dealing those waifus on a daily. It's been lots of fun, and we've been really trying to push the technology with it and learning as we go. It started off, for all that don't know, as just a fan project. All the Waifumons were basically based on people in Decentraland and other types of Web3 events and groups. And even the first one was based on the casino robot that used to be here for all y'all OGs that know about the ice poker. That's what that was. And I have that right here flying next to me on my shoulder as well. It's a little casino dealer with the robot and the poker chips. So hell yeah, it's good times, and we're still at it. We're still doing it, and we're doing the impossible. We're linking 10,000 unique one of these into Decentraland. For all of you that are already not annoyed at me talking about it, it's been a 3-year journey. It's been something that we brought up all the time. But we got some new foundation members really helping us see the finish line. They have finally helped us reveal 50 of them in game, and they're going to try to help us do the next 10K by Christmas. So hopefully everyone can see their unique fairy pets. Probably everyone will have one that will look like them or based on a birthday of theirs or something they can have flying around with them in the game. So very, very stoked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm over here trying to look for the very first Waifumon that I ever received. And believe it or not, it was the first NFT kind of like gift that I ever received. Like I was that green when I pulled up to the MetaZoo toga party. That at the time I'm guessing you were like helping co-host or had some sort of collaboration with them at the time. I wish I could find it on my OpenSea, but OpenSea has changed so much that I don't need.
Check it out. The party was so big. It was in 2 to 3 realms max full of people all hanging out with their togas. And shout out to MetaZoo, which is Izu and Sango. They were the first group of guys that I knew that were throwing parties in Decentraland, and them and Zeta, and they were just like, every time at a party I would create a Waifumon based upon the party, and they're like, what the hell? Like, at first they didn't know what was going on because they were like, did you tell this guy to do this? And they're like, no. They're like, oh, he's just doing it for free and for fun. That's cool as fuck. And then they just threw it up, started throwing them up on the buildings, and then we just became friends after that. And so yeah, I started creating the waifumons based on every party to give away. And they honestly, that was I would see back then it was one of the biggest events we ever had because there was like I think hundreds and hundreds of togas being given out at the same time, and everybody was wearing them. And that was the first time too that I did something in the metaverse where I was at Jack in the Box. Somebody recognized me. They're like, "Hey man, I went to your toga party." I was like, "What the? No way, dude!" Oh yeah, those are big times, dude.
It was like that, huh? Like people recognized you from the toga days. Oh my God. I mean, I'm trying to think if this event happened after Music Fest or before Music Fest. I believe it was after, like the week after or so. Like that energy was still there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could be wrong. I think it was I could be wrong, but I think it was right before.
Right
The reason
before.
why I think that, yeah, because we had that. Or no, what happened first was the Mark Zuckerberg wig. I was just in the casino, and then Mark Zuckerberg announced that he was going to name his company Meta. And then I used to only see like 2 or 3, maybe 7 people or 8 people playing at a time. That's it, forever. And then just out of nowhere, like hundreds of people started showing up. And then that was like right the peak moment when he did that. And then the reason why I say after, or it happened before, because then I remember that event was going on after, and that's when I went to, there's this thing called the Z race. They're having those horses, and I was showing up there, and I was passing out the toga waifumons and also the Z waifumon, and that's how where I met like Billy T Coin and a lot of other people. They're like, "What's this, bro?" And I'm like, "It's yours, whatever
It's
it
for
is,
you.
it's yours."
Whatever. It's whatever you want it to be. You can treasure it. You can not treasure it, but it's yours.
Exactly. You can throw it away. You can keep it. It's whatever you want, man. It's like that. I don't know if anyone's seen The Founder, the movie, but that when the guy orders McDonald's, he hands it. He's like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" He's like, "Whatever you want, man. Eat it by a park, whatever." Dude.
Yeah, eat it with your hands. All right, all right. I've been just scrolling this entire time in my open sea, and I think I'm getting close to like super duper mega OG sinful stuff.
Hell
But
yes, hell yes.
but while I continue scrolling, just want to give a few shout outs because I see Quaker Dios down there. Welcome to Beyond the NFT. If this is your first time, make sure to join the Beyond the NFT community. You can find it on the left bar. Join the communities. It's on the top row, Beyond the NFT. And let me know if you need an emote. And also, welcome to Orochimaru back. Wait, Orochi. I can't pronounce that little sister. Say hello to my little sister back there. She's the one with the weird name and the Mew hoodie. And of course, big love to Tuna Boy. Welcome, Tuna Boy, to Beyond the NFT. And Miguel Amaro, another legend, pulling up. Man, we have a squad out here. Felons, I see you, felons. And Marty Mars, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so I got distracted in my scrolling, but I think I made it. Okay, so I'm pulling it up on the screen. Man, I wish I could stream it to you, but I'm afraid my PC will explode if I were to.
Right.
Oh wait, what happened? I had scrolled all the way to the bottom, and it's like my OpenSea broke from like the overload of just shit. Oh, it took me back up to the top. Never mind. I was gonna show you the coolest toga waifumon, but it's too late now.
So I'll send you the video too if anybody wants to check it out. They're basically on the walls. And also, Sony Ice said in the chat too. He's right. Epic Halloween parties too, which is funny because he's wearing a mummy costume, so it's perfect.
I mean, Stoney's been about Halloween, it seems. I know that yesterday I caught Stoney like with like at Genesis Plaza, like with M, and they were both like, you know, all like Octobered out, let's call it. They're ready for Halloween. October is Halloween.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so moving forward, okay, I kind of mentioned the early days, yeah. I mean, and then I guess bringing it back to myself, because this is all about me. I just brought you
Hell yeah.
along for the ride, Aaron. After that event, after the Toga event, I had joined the Discord, and from there I just started being a little active and stuff like that, seeing what it's all about. I would listen to you, bro. You'd be preaching the Web3 truth, bro, back then. Even back then you even had a clear vision on what the fuck was happening. How's that vision going along? Okay, so I think so far the hottest thing that you've been working on is Fire and Ice. Is that correct? Did I lose Aaron?
Can you hear me?
Oh, now I hear you, Aaron. Welcome back.
Sorry, I was yapping. Yeah, no, but I can't remember who said the saying was, but we are here because we thought it was easy, not because it is easy. And that's basically what it was. Because you're right. Back in the day, we were rapping about the truth and what we think the Web3 is going to be, and a lot of things did come to fruition. And the things but the problem is some of the things that we thought would be a lot easier are still grinding out. I think what kind of is funny, because a lot of people fled and kind of abandoned, and then we got new people coming in. So it's times have changed. But some say, someone in the chat also said, I love and also hate the old days, which is very true, because there's a love-hate relationship with it, because we've learned a lot from that time. And with that comes with, I think we're even now more in the direction that we've been going, which is having the utility for NFTs become a reality. I mean, just last week alone, we had these AI companies release this stuff where you can literally create anything now. And so it comes to a point now where we have to go, okay, what is ownership? And what does that look like? And how do we fund things that we enjoy without just being total anarchy? And it's funny because the people that used to make fun of cryptocurrency are now damn, this is the answer. Because it's yeah, we've been saying that. Because, they're oh no, my game just got deplatformed, It's yeah, you can't do that with cryptocurrency, and people are oh no, this video thing that I was working on I can't use it anymore. It's oh yeah, but with cryptocurrency, it changes that. And that's why with the whole PvP game, wanted to kind of launch that. I mean, that was something that we wanted to do 3 years ago, but now we finally have started to getting a bunch of testings done. We had one with Ozzy and J King, which actually worked, and then shout out to Billy T Coin came through and we had it on his. But the thing is we crashed it. We had too many people come in, and then it didn't work. So we have to rebuild, change some things. And also, I was talking to Ozzy. Long story short, basically every time they do a patch on the client, we have to rebuild things, and that's why it keeps shutting down, because it's every 3 weeks or a month that goes by, they change it and we have to rebuild it. So it's a little bit kind of frustrating. I think when things go in a more smoother direction, it'll be a lot easier. So then, because the great thing would be is to finish this PvP, people can utilize the PvP to create other different games. I even saw, shout out to Lastrum, was doing some bird view type really cool stuff with fog, and I'm dude, yeah, this could literally turn into a MOBA, so these are all the things that I'd like to try to bring to the metaverse, and that will help kind of give value to the utility of the wearables and the NFTs, which I think things are finally coming to fruition, which is I'm really excited about.
Earlier, within your intro, you kind of mentioned a little bit about linked wearables. I know that it's been a long grind for you. You've had many hours of arguments and just back and forth about how how do we do this? Can we get a clear path? And okay, and after all the long awaited grind, where do you feel you are at in terms of like the linked wearables bringing in Waifumon into Decentraland officially?
So you say that, and there's a lot there, but the
Very.
reality is I'm very excited because I honestly see things all coming in all ends, because we used to fight a lot of battles. We were fighting the battle of creating the 10,000 unique GLDs as is, right? Like that alone is like an insane thing, and then having those to match the requirements of Decentraland, which is another thing, and then so we have to keep remaking them until they get approved. So that's like on its own a very hard task. But then also on top of that, navigating all these politics of like, okay, you got to get people to vote not once but like 3 times, and then you get them to vote 3 times, and then someone's got to enact it, and then some people that might not like you won't enact it, and so you have to like campaign, and there's all these like, it's like I feel like I'm the damn what's this, Schoolhouse Rock, like I'm just a bill, just an ordinary bill, like I'm going through this whole process. I'm just trying to get these little fairies enacted, because to me it is the future and the proof of concept of NFTs. It's like, okay, you buy a skin in a game, and then it's like your account gets shut down. Then it's like now you don't own the skin anymore. So that's like, that's kind of frustrating. But it's like now your account gets shut down. You could transfer it to another account, or you can utilize your linked wearable and your skin in multiple games. You could play it on League of Legends. You could play it on Call of Duty. You could play.
Did I lose Aaron? Yes, I think I lost it. Oh, welcome back. Okay, you were like saying that you can play on Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, so I was saying basically like, yeah, having them to be able to have the fairy in all multiple games, I think would be the real utility of NFTs. Like this is something that somebody owns, so that's why I was fighting with it. I even been trying to get Bored Ape Yacht Club. I've been trying to get all CryptoPunks, all the top NFTs. I even got their permission. I went through their DAO. Met all them, I worked with all them, so it's like I'm really trying to get this to kind of prove throughout all the metaverses, because we can't request these big games to do this and to link our wearables and utilize our NFTs if we can't even do it ourselves. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, well, let's do the work, let's put it in and do it. And now that we're there, we're done it, and now I see the foundation is in a new direction of people that I have more confidence that they're going to enact it. So hopefully the other collections, the Decentraland Dinos and the CryptoPunks, but the Waifumon has already been enacted. But the best part about that is that we shout out to Dr. Krillo, part of the foundation, has gotten us to make 50 to be shown in game already. So I'm very stoked. My plan is for Christmas so everyone can see them. So I'm very excited. The 3 years finally done, bro.
3 years finally done. Yeah, you mentioned the foundation, because I definitely have to go back and give that group their flowers. I mean,
Yes.
From the old days to kind of now, this is kind of like my outlook. Maybe you agree with me, maybe not, and you could be like, wait, Sinful. But like back then, it always felt like they were just not there. Like they had every single opportunity on the platform to make it grow, but they were just they would not respond, non-reactive, they didn't know what the hell was going on or something. I don't know what it was, but since like Yamel took over the foundation, as the new executive director, it took some time, but it seems like it's turned around. I guess from someone that's like been through it in the old days, like what are a couple things that you're most impressed with the newest with the newest structure of the foundation and how they've been operating as of this last year, let's say?
Well, yeah, if you want to talk about differences, I didn't even know there was a foundation like the first year I was playing this game. I was like, they were just like, I know they were, kicking ass and working hard building what we have, and I'm very thankful for it. But like, I didn't know how to communicate with anybody. Like this linked wearable thing wasn't just something that was laid out. Like it was an idea, and I had to navigate and try to pitch it, and then people would say, no, you can't do that. You're supposed to talk to blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, then talk to blah blah blah. They're like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Like everyone would tell me what not to do, then I would say, okay, then okay, that's fine. How am I supposed to? And then once in a while, someone would actually give me a productive response. And then, with the linked wearables, we finally got it through. And we were shout out to Kay's, he's been helping us, but like he was only giving us a foundation response every like 1 or 2 months, or like
Mhm.
sometimes every 2 weeks, of like, okay, they looked at this and they're going to do this now, and then 2 weeks would go by, okay, this, and then like a month would go by. I know it's not, he's doing all he can, he's just a middleman. And so I
Yeah,
tell, much
exactly.
love to him. Yeah. But now, like, he's giving me like now, week responses. And also Dr. Krillo is actually like, he talked to me like on the voice thing, which was crazy because I've never talked to them on a voice thing. So I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, I'm like, are you like trolling me or something? Like, is it somebody that knows that I've been trying to do this for so long? They're like, this is a great opportunity to troll Aaron. But no, it was, yeah. So shout out to, I believe it was Maswazin. That's the one that hooked me up with
Massa
Dr. Krillo.
Wayne's.
So yes, Master Wayne, shout out.
Yes, yes. Big shout
So
out to Massa Wayne's.
heck yeah.
And I want to say welcome to Baizeko. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I see Cartoon is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. I mean, we're up to like 29 people in world currently, which is amazing. Alan Howick, my friend, old guy. It's so good to see you all. I really appreciate the time. And felons, check your backpack. Your emote should be there by now. Um, so, yeah, I mean, you did bring up a few good things to like, positives about the foundation that like they're doing better, and definitely they're definitely trying. We can see, and they're speaking to us. The addition of Massa Waynes and excuse me, and Dr. Krillo, amazing additions. Like this is like those two are what Decentraland has needed, and in a way, I
Yes.
feel like Decentraland had it for a very small time period, and then like individuals and positions just got burnt out. Uh,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because that's like the sometimes that's the truth of this space. You need to kind of like know what to focus on and know what to like just throw away, like let go of. All right, so I'm sorry, enough of my rambling. Did you want to check out Fire and Ice? Have there been any any updates or like fixes, patches since everyone broke it at ABC's?
Yeah, we can definitely check it out, but I'm gonna be 100% real. I think it's gonna break again. Because it's up to you. Because I was talking to Ozzy yesterday and today, and we tried it, and it didn't work as well as it did on the video that we have. So, I mean, we could show the video or we can go try it. It's up to
Okay.
you. But either way, I feel like I.
Really not a disappointment because like this is all new, and to tell you the truth, like shooters are something that like developers seem to shy away from, so it's kind of good to
Yes, because
see.
it's hard.
Yes, I bet. So that's why I'm kind of like, anything that comes out that shooter, especially like kind of like the vibes that I was getting with that. Like I was getting like the projectiles were feeling like paintballs. It was but like
Yep.
yeah, let's definitely show the video. Do you have it like posted somewhere, or is there anywhere that I need to look?
Yes. I will send it to you right now in chat so you can show it.
Sounds
And
good.
everyone is also welcome to go at any time. And if they have a couple friends and they want to do it, that way it's a more guarantee that it'll work. Um, but yeah, if we all flood it again, I think it's going to do the same thing. So we're working on that. But I will send you this video right now. And
Okay.
yeah, this is update. Let's see. It's loading right now. Here we go. Test 641. That's the name of it. Send it to you right now.
Oh wow, I just saw the Waifumon MetaZoo video. We're gonna definitely have to play that just to
Yeah.
take a okay, so let's stay on topic slightly. We'll come back to the toga party.
Hell yeah.
All right, all right. I'm pulling it up on the screen right now. I'll probably, how long is it? Like 3 minutes? I think I can leave the mics on for 3 minutes and we'll be fine. So yeah, from looking at it, I was getting like, yeah, kind of like a Halo slash like Blade Runner, not Blade Runner, Tron.
Tron.
Yes, Tron.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't. And kind of like the projectiles, paintballs. I was getting paintballs, and I thought it was really cool how you, how like you showed everyone that you could like kind of write on the wall and stuff like that with the paintballs. Like they kind of like stick for that long before they like disappear. So like, I guess like let's start out with like what was the vision in creating this and collaborating with Ozzy? How did you two come together for this?
Shout out to Ozzy because it's been like, again, like a 2.5, the PvP is a little bit shorter, 2.5 year process, and I've worked with a bunch of different people, and like they're always like, okay, what should we do? Do you want to do different guns, different this? I'm like, let's talk about getting something done. That's it. One gun, one thing. That's it. That's all I want. Like they're like, oh, what if this is a problem and that's an issue and this? I'm like, no. Just every issue is a feature now. Like let's just get something working. And that's kind of, it's funny because the aesthetic and what has become to be is because of all the things that we found as issues, we made features. Because we're like, okay, well, like we don't want it to where you have to change guns and then it's going to be hard to like keep the mouse on right because the user interface is different from Decentraland. I'm like, no, this is just a chain gun. It's just going to be just shooting bullets nonstop. So every direction they turn, it shoots. And then we had bullets, and then we had to reload and all that. I'm like, no, because people are going to get mad because they're like, oh, I had to turn left and 5 bullets, left my gun and this and that. I'm like, no, just unlimited bullets, chain gun, blockchain guns. Just let's just have this be about fun, and then something that people, not only us, me and Ozzy, but everyone else can build on. Something that we can, people can use their imagination and continue to build with it. So that was the actual vision of it, and all these little, like I said, issues became features. Like now having unlimited bullets, having it blockchain guns, and the really cool thing that Ozzy just did last week, which we got to see on Billy T Coin's thing, was we can change the color of the bullets based on the eye color of your character. So if you want pink bullets, you want white bullets, you want red bullets, you can change it to whatever you want, which I thought was really cool. So shout out to Ozzy for that. And Billy was really funny. He wrote 6ix9ine everywhere on the build, on all the walls. So as you said, yeah, you can pretty much write your name. You can write anything on the wall. Some people were saying, like, pitching us that they may use it for like a graffiti feature or something. I'm like, that's cool, man. I'm down for whatever. If anyone wants to do it, whatever they want to do with it, let's go. Like, so it's just more of like just a fun kind of concept and simplicity. The whole reason why we wanted the Tron thing was because it's like simplicity on the walls and the floors, and then I don't know if you can look at all the walls, but there's just tons of references to everyone in the community. So just wanted to kind of have people have the ability to put stuff on the walls, and people send us other things to put on the walls. So just make more about simplicity and having fun. That's, I think, was our goal, and that's going to continue our goal until other people have better ideas they want to put on top of that, I think.
Any shout outs for the references on the walls that you want to give?
Heck yes. I'll go through the video right now and I'll literally just shout out. There's an insane amount. Yeah. Right when you jump in the video, there's a donut. Obviously, we all know that's Canessa. That's you called that out when you saw that. There's the rainbow drop, which is Dr. Drip, which is funny because he's standing right next to me. So shout out to Dr. Drip. And then there's a high heel, which is the baby dolls. Shout out to baby dolls back in the day. Those were some epic events. There's like a bunch of Bored Ape Yacht Club references on the floor with their dogs and their ape coins and all that. There's the bat with a Shatner logo. That's Bat Shat. He owns more Waifu than anyone I've ever imagined in my life. He's bought everyone's Waifu off them. He's bought every single one, and he even gives them out sometimes. So shout out to him. He's a legend.
He's a whale.
Obviously, he is a whale. Old guys, fire, little smiling fire based on the anime. And then there's butterfly wings, and then there's Tango's anime mask. And then we got shout out to Tango. We got Rustan's epic. He did this waifu one. It looks really good. It's got the water on the body. He did it in real life, and he did it on the waifu one. And I love it so much that like we based fire on ice on him. Dude, this outfit looks so cool. We got to put it in the user interface somehow. We just put it up there, and we're like, well, then what's the point of it? Why is it there? And then we thought of, fire and ice. So then we got the fire waifu and we got his ice waifu. So shout out to Rustan, because that was like one of the most smexiest waifu I've ever seen in my life.
Sounds like a special collaboration too. Yeah.
Yes. We got the pizza, obvious for last storm. We got the Pepe God, because he's buff Pepe. We got Bitfiend with an angry face in the back. We got the Mew heart bubble. Come on, man. Come on. We gotta know. We gotta know what that's all about.
Who's Mew?
Although, yeah, those are just Yep. Those are just a few, and then if you keep walking, you'll see some more. But yeah, a lot of them are references to other communities that I'm in with other DAOs and stuff that I've met along the way of this journey, trying to link everybody into Decentraland. There's 6ix9ine, obviously, Billy T Coin. There's Toxic Waifu, obviously, we all know that. There's a little dinosaur, Decentraland Dinos. That's a peek into the future. We made 20,000 unique GLB Decentraland Dinos. It's my other mission in life to make the Decentraland Dino the official mascot of Decentraland. And I'm doing it so much to piss everyone off that's doesn't like it, but everyone that does like it, shout out to you guys. You guys will get one for free. And then Podamerous has a VR goggles. And then we got Ice Poker, obviously. We know what that is. The Santa hats is an old school reference to JTV. I don't know if you guys know.
Yep.
Some of you guys might remember his Santa hat days. Shout out to him. Everybody was like, dude, there's a guy that's like you in Decentraland. He's giving away NFTs. I'm like, that's great. That's not a bad thing. I'm like, what's he giving away? Santa hats. I'm like, that's random as hell. But
so I always felt like there's this mentality. It's like, hey, someone's doing what you do, and it's like, cool, bro. Yep. Like, I want them to do that. Like, the more people that do this, like, the better.
Exactly. That's all. The more the better, not the less the better.
And I thought I saw Mr. Forbet like his cards or logo somewhere as well. So yeah, lots of little stroll down memory lane for sure. And so like, I guess like the fire and ice that I experienced, what may have been broken. So like, what is the gaming experience within fire and ice?
Yeah, so it's a basic slayer. It's just a lead work slayer. So every time you kill somebody, they get fired, and then every time you die, you get iced. And that's just the simplicity of what we have. That keeps working for a couple weeks and then breaking down again, because we're trying to figure out a way where we can keep up with these patches without having to rebuild the game every single time. So when we get that done, then that's what this will be. And then my goal is to, like I said, have people have the opportunities if they want to, like, let's capture the flag or oddball or, MOBA. Then I'm like, all right, cool. Here's a building block. Then we can go to that level, kind of deal.
Like, because like, okay, so it's a Slayer 2v2 or 3v3, 2 teams, fire and ice, and so like you guys went with the full-blown PvP shooter, which is nuts to me, because like, I mean, like you mentioned earlier, how hard it is.
Yes.
So
we learned the hard way.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, kudos to you guys, and also like I guess like learning this now will let you come back at a later date and even like start considering kind of like different, like maybe even single player concepts within this game, like a time trial type of thing, or like let's see, what else could it be? Yeah, time trial, or just shoot like the logos or whatever, bad guys, NPCs. Surely my idea wasn't that great, Aaron. The silence? I think we lost Aaron again. It's okay. It's okay. He'll be back. He always comes back. But I guess while we wait for Aaron to come back, I will look back on Decentraland, and we're up to 30 people in world. Holy crap! 88 or 985, welcome. Bit Legends, thank you so much for joining us. Derek, Doc Holiday in the building as well. Let's see who else is new joining us here tonight. Dianku, welcome. Thank you so much for your time. And I believe those are the new suspects. Aaron, have you made it back to us?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, you have returned. I knew you'd be back. Welcome back to Beyond the NFT, Aaron.
It's funny, man. So long story short, my computer just blew, bro.
What? Okay.
Yeah, it's because I was in Decentraland and I was doing the thing and I was watching that video, so it died. So I was like, why don't I just use my phone? Which is crazy because the phone is actually easy. It's better. It's like you can hear me more and you can hear better. I don't know why that's better than a computer. Maybe I just need to stop trying to make this computer work.
The phone is a better camera, bro.
I know, right? You can actually see what's up. Shout out to Snorlax.
Shout out Snorlax. Shout out Aaron. Well, I'm happy you made it back. Crap, where was I? I think I was asking you, just saying, talking about different concepts that could potentially come to Fire and Ice, like maybe like a time trial type of thing, or maybe even I know this will also be hard because PvP is hard, but another thing that could be hard is co-op. So making it so each player sees the same enemy coming at you at the same time. These are kind of challenges.
They're great ideas.
but they also come with challenges, their own set of challenges.
They do.
And Ozzy is probably listening right now and is like, shut up, Sinful, shut up.
Ozzy's what's up. He knows that this is crazy, because he's seen me the past 2 years working with different people, so he knew what he was getting into, and I shout out to him because he knew it was a lot of work and he's been kicking ass and he's been helping out a ton, and he's really kind of helped us get to this point with people giving us ideas like yours, and we've figured it out, and it takes about a week or so, but every time there's a new hill or a new battle we got to face, and we get it done. So it's been a lot of fun, man. So yeah, no, these are good ideas, and anyone else has any ideas, please pitch them to us, because like I said, little things we were playing with J King in the shooter, and we started to go, oh, okay, cool. Now it'd be cool if we had a leaderboard. So if everybody was every man for themselves, and so we, because the people came in and tested out the game and gave us feedback, break it apart, do whatever you want to do. It gives us an other perspective that we wouldn't have. So that's what we encourage. We encourage the abuse.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, so much that can be done with that type of game. I mean, like I kind of mentioned with the projectiles, kind of how they feel. They feel like they have an arc to them. You could totally turn it into a paintball game.
Yes.
Or, oh god, a neon paintball game. It's just.
That would be sick.
But okay, so what's next for Fire and Ice? What are you excited about that's coming out soon that maybe Ozzy may be working on, or he's getting ready to finish, and that'll be the next step forward?
So yeah, the number one, getting it to work. That's the number one thing. But number two, I can definitely show you guys. We have these cool maps that we've been building, and one of the concepts that we're working with. I don't know if you guys have seen John Wick movies, but the latest one is when they're in Paris and the cars are rotating in a circle around a certain area. We wanted to create that, and so we built a level that's kind of like that. Shout out to Pajamas for making that happen too as well, with these things that are creating, and they kind of move around, so you're kind of shooting each other, but you're hiding behind moving objects, not just stable objects. So that part is kind of fun, and we're working on that too as well. And basically, the real thing is, like I said, is just us listening to everybody's feedback and ideas, because long-term goal would be to launch it like a MOBA too as well, where it's like a graveyard of like all the minions are like zombies of old NFTs. So people can be like, "Oh, the metaverse is dead," but it's like it's coming back as a zombie kind of situation. So that's something. I mean, we already have the 3D molds made. We made 3D molds for every single collection in the world, and now AI, can even make it easier. So it's like, even if they don't work, whatever, we can just use AI to help us with that. So yeah, we're really excited about it, and pretty much again, anything that you guys have, we're down to do too. It's been a lot of fun, and now that we see these lights, we're very excited.
Yep. Okay, so you kind of mentioned AI, and I know, like, I mean, it's a general question here. But it's been
Yeah.
so long since like you and I have really gotten the opportunity to speak. Like,
All right.
what are your thoughts on like the AIs, and like how are you using them to kind of like better what you do, move forward, and yeah, do it better?
Well, it's funny because people that don't know, when obviously I was a fan artist is how I started in this space, but I also was creating like a Disney princess style for a Latina princess because
Yes.
I'm Mexican, and yeah, we're like, we need a princess.
What's it called
Disney
again?
never gives us a princess. It was called the first Latina princess, and we
Okay.
spent like tens of thousands of dollars, and we spent years making this trailer, and we made a storyboard and everything. And so I realized how much money and time it costs. I'm like, for me to do this is going to take another 10 to 20 years. Because, I'm not rich, like
That.
I'm just a guy that's funding it and using my time to make it. So I'm like, all right, well, let's just, as we go along. And then now that AI came out, I'm like, man, dude, like all these things are like, now it's not worth, it's like the money isn't there anymore because everybody sees this and anyone can do anything now. So most people would be like, okay, well, this is the time to kind of just throw in the towel. But for me, I think this is the time to double down because with AI, we could take our storyboards and we can make visuals of them. And then we can utilize that as a utility of reference to then make things, which would be a lot quicker and easier. So to me, it's about efficiency. Also, the PvP, when we pitched it, like tons of times on the DAO and it never got through. One of the first concepts we had was a level that literally gets changed however it wants to do randomly with AI, and that's something that we built like a foundation with, and now we've been flirting with that again this month because we're like, holy crap, like this is actually possible. It's not like it used to be just like we had it where it was just cubes, like the wall would be here, and then like if AI decides to put the wall here or there, and then it can reference how many times it's put it there, so it moved it. But now it's like, now not only can we just do with simple walls, but we can literally create textures. It's like, oh, we can create this environment that's like in a blizzard, or this environment fire. And like that stuff like was literally like I would not even mention it if it weren't for AI. So to me, yeah, a lot of people like to hate on AI because, and I get it. It's like when the cars were invented, if you own horses, you were pissed. And I'm a guy that owns horses, so I'm pissed. But I also see the potential of the cars, and I also see that now we need NFTs in the blockchain more than ever because it's like now how are we going to prove that this is the thing that we own or what we bought, and it's from the people that we bought it from because we want them to continue building the things that we want, or the friends that we have, or how do I know this was given to me from a friend? All this stuff was answered in the blockchain, but nobody got it. But now everyone's going to start getting it, so I'm stoked.
Definitely. I feel like hopefully the world starts shifting into the crypto worlds. I mean, it sure does feel like it with all this American legislations and what's not
Yep.
with the tokens and the chain links and the ripples and man, isn't it great? Like because like years ago like. Ripple was at the top of the world and then it got brought
Yep.
down by the US government. But like everyone knows that any clout, including bad clout, is great clout because like okay,
Thousand.
you might get you never know. The U.S. government's gonna be funding your project here, like after this
Yep.
lawsuit. uh,
It's true.
like to tell you the
It's
truth,
it's
what?
funny you bring up Ripple too, because I don't know if you know. This is what got me into Ripple. Do you remember when the founder had his coin was it made him literally the richest person in the world. Like if he sold all his coins, he would have been the richest person in the world,
Yeah,
and he refused to sell. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, all right, I fuck with this guy because I'm like that is cool as hell. Like you could literally just because we've seen so many rugs, bro. We've seen so many rugs. And it's like there's something that's really said now these days about people that don't rug when they can, and they can hard. And so yeah, shout out to him. And that's why I'm like really excited to mess with everybody here in the space that's still here in Decentraland, because it's like everybody here is like way more authentic. Like during like the Zuck days, I met a lot of great people, but like I don't know if you remember this, but everybody was like came in the game. They're like, how to make money, how to make money, you know, like tell me how to make money. Exactly. So it was a little bit tougher to kind of like work with each other, because you know there wasn't really any type of interest in development into making the money. It was all about everybody wanted to be with the fast money. So I mean, that's, I got to say though, I mean, it worked for me, because that's why Waifu did very well back in the day, because everyone liked the free Waifu. They're like, hey, look, I got free Waifu and I resold them for like 25 cents and, you know, $2, $5. Like they felt like they like, you know, they did it, you know? So I was like, that's cool, I guess. But I was like, there's a long-term game here, and the people that are still here, they get it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like that you mentioned that kind of, you know, the people that are still here, that says a lot to who you are, because there were so many people through the years, like just, so many, that it's like, they came and went, and, yeah, it was all about the money for them, and it
Sinful. I remember, bro, back in the day, you would chill in the fountain, and like all these people would keep coming, and they'd be like, "Hey, bro, how to make money?" So you're like, "Hey, man, how you know?" Like you were like trying to have you were like, "Let's have a conversation," and then they were like getting frustrated and leaving, and then like other people were like staying and becoming friends. But you're like, you're like, "This is wild." I remember those.
Yeah, but yeah, at some point I just started saying, just go to the fucking casino. Just fucking pull up to the casino, because and try to see what you do there. I mean, like if you lived in Georgia, like that casino money, that 2x multiplier was paying for your college tuition at one point. Dude,
it's true.
Remember when land was $15,000, like a parcel, and we had none.
Oh, that's just it. That's why, like, it's funny because, like, the hype has died, but the development has increased. And the reason why is because people are, like, have access to land now. Like, back in the day, you're saying something really funny, because it was like, oh, I want to build this thing. They're like, cool, man, good for you. And it's like, you know, and only, like, basically the rich could build. Like, that was it. Now everyone's like, dude, I'm down to let you borrow this land, or I'm renting land for the PvP for a great price, like super cheap compared to what it used to be. So yeah, to me, it's like now it's like a builder's market.
Yes, definitely. It's a it's a Build-A-Bear market. That's what we were calling it when everything was low, and yeah, we were just grinding.
I love that. I'm gonna start using that Build-A-Bear market. That's hilarious.
Yeah, now we're in a build-a-bull market, I guess.
Well, we are, man. Bitcoin ATH. Shout out to everybody that has some Bitcoin.
Shout out to you Bitcoin holders, you Bitcoin degenerates. Like, oh my God, I know just some people that all they hold is Bitcoin, and they've just put in their net worth into that. Like, good for you.
Bro, I gotta come clean. I literally did that, bro, and that's the only reason why I'm still alive right now, that I can support myself. I literally did.
Sometimes
yeah, I think I had, because long story short, like, you know, 2020, my company, like, it got pretty hard by the pandemic, because we were a marketing firm for Uber and Lyft and DoorDash, and we were like basically supplying all the new users, and then the pandemic hit, and everybody, they don't need us anymore. Like, they don't need marketing. Everybody does it. So like they literally all our clients shut us off, and you know, I had to basically support my staff for a little while, and that took all my money out. And then I was like, okay. And then I built some stuff in Decentraland, and I made some money off Waifu, and then I invested that back into Waifu. But then I had a couple ETH left, and then it doubled. And then I was like, I'm just gonna. But then I like, this is how slow I am, dude. I didn't know that Ethereum, you could print more Ethereum. So I was like, this is like kind of like a communist coin, you know? Like, I was like, this is bullshit. You know, but you know, what can I say? They still make a ton of money, so it is what it is. So I took the Ethereum and I put it all in Bitcoin, and that literally has supported my livelihood for like the past 3 years. Like every year it doubles, and I take the double and I just live off it. So yeah, shout out to Bitcoin, man. If it wasn't for Bitcoin, we couldn't invest in these projects and do this thing, man. It's crazy, dude. It's literally insane. It never stops.
Shout out to Bitcoin. And you know, okay, so there's this like famous story about the CEO of like FedEx in like the 90s. Like FedEx was like going into bankrupt, going bankrupt, and freaking the CEO took the company's last 5K and went to Vegas and put it all on black or some shit. Or,
I
like,
remember that.
and then fucking like came the fuck up and then was able to like pay for the fuel costs that then kept everything going. That's you, bro, because like Bitcoin in those times, like tell me Bitcoin wasn't like putting it all on black back then.
Oh, it was, bro. Because that was, during 2020, you remember, it went down, and it was like everything went down. I had Netflix stock. And I was like, now I know money doesn't make any sense, because I'm like, everybody right now is using Uber Eats, and is on Netflix, and those stocks are going down. I'm like, all right, this I'm done. I took all my money out of the stock market and I just invested it in stuff, and then I put it all in Bitcoin. I'm like, this is the only thing that makes sense, because I'm like, I don't, it's like, oh, I want to be like, I want to be Republican or Democrat or whatever, but it's like they both print money and they both will continue to print money. So I'm like, if I had someone give you an opportunity and they said, if you are going to bet that the government's going to continue to print money, will you bet on that? And you'll say, yes, then it's like, okay, then Bitcoin's the answer. And it's like seemed to be working for all these years. So who knows, maybe things will change, but I'm just going to keep doing what works for now, I guess.
Yep, yeah, for sure. And dude, I had pulled up the MetaZoo party video that you had shared with me, the Toga party. And
Yeah,
I'm just like freezing in some points, and I see some OG names. I see Definite Cash, Mun.
Yeah.
I thought I saw Kim Possible somewhere.
It's impossible, dude.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm wondering if this is our Jay, like from today up here, like a young Jay, before the wearables, before the plank emote.
That would be epic. Probably. Shout out to Jay. I have no idea. That's the thing. Yeah, there's just so many people that changes their names all the times. You don't know.
Yep. Oh well, I see Crypto Cube's name like back there, and I see Kennard. I remember Kennard. There's Crypto Cube. Oh no, that's Crypto Cult. Damn, rugged. I see Mahaha. I remember Mahaha. Oh wait. Oh no, that's Josh. I remember Josh.
Damn, dude.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's the thing I get about Decentraland, is you can have these parties like we're doing right now, and all these legends that came in when we were talking to them, when they saw them. It's like, it's so cool that we can do that. We don't have to like freaking, all right, we all have to fly here at this time. Good luck. It's like, boom, we're here.
Yep. I see OG Fermion, OG Sherry Berry. Dude, thank you for sharing this video. Like, this is like a blast from the past. I wonder if you'll even see my like Steve Jobs looking avatar.
What's funny is that I saw that Dead Mouse thing, so I guess you're right. This was probably after, and I was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "No, that's not."
Yeah.
I'm just so associate that with you now.
I just saw nowhere. Man, like this video is actually serving as like maybe even just a mental note for myself. Like, hey, reach out to some old friends from back in the day. Like, yo, I think I see Skaz. Yeah, like reach out to some friends from back in the days. You never know, like what they might think about Decentraland today. Like, because like right now, this video that we're watching, this is Decentraland back in 2021, when like the hype happened, when all the people just started pouring into this platform that was not ready to have all these people.
It was not, dude. It certainly was not, bro. This is how crazy, and I've said this story a couple times, but I have to repeat it for those that don't know, because this is how insane it was. Basically, like, everyone there was like 4 or 5, 6 people, and then now you see that there's all these people, but like literally, like the wearable submission fee was based on the mana. Yeah, it was on it. So there's a reason why you only see togas and the blue fairies, which is the Waifumon fairy. The only reason why you see those is because we had to pay $10,000 to get those back then.
Dude,
So
they
like
use
nobody was submitting wearables, bro. Like nobody was.
the
And I was like,
wearable submission fee was like at 1.500 mana, and mana was like at fucking like $5. Like you're like fucking what the fuck is this shit? I better be making like oh and
exactly. It was scary, dude, because it was like, dude, this is like insane. But like to me, it was such a good utility. I'm like, but you can see your thing in a virtual world. Like to me, that's so cool. And it's like I was just I'm obsessed. I was like I'm an idiot. I'm like you said earlier, going all in black. I'm like I'm just gonna do it, dude. Like let's do it. MetaZoo did the togas and the MetaZoo hats and stuff. And we spent way too much, insane amount of money on this stuff. But literally, like we sold like tens of thousands, if not like almost close to 100,000 Waifumon. You collect like 20 or 30 Waifumon, you get a blue fairy. And so, shout out, though, that is cute as hell, dude. But yeah, that's all. Back then, it was a big deal. So.
Dude, you're such a fucking G, literally paving the way, like for in the early days.
Insanity, bro. We were insane. I think is more like it. But yeah, it was good times.
Literally insane. But like, I mean, here we are, 4 years later.
Right. Starting to blur, bro. It's starting to blur. But
mean,
we see something here, man. It's fun. What can you say?
Maybe we're still insane though.
Hell yes.
Has to be a hint of insanity somewhere along this. Man, I'm gonna save this video forever.
Good. I'm happy. Yeah, if you guys ever want to do a time capsule, I used to record a lot of videos. There's like the old poker stuff and all there. I used to just upload them and they're like, all right, 2 views, no problem. Like 20 views, no problem. Like I didn't even care. It was so much fun. And that's why like I still like you doing this, because it's like kind of like we have this stuff, this video that we reference. I always like to go back to some of your guys' old Beyond the NFT videos, especially if I'm working, if I can't make it or something. And it's just really cool just to check everybody out, still know what everybody's doing. And it's a lot of fun, man. We're very blessed.
Yes. I mean, we're very blessed to be around all these great people. And
yes.
like, I mean, it's so cool how like different times on Decentraland there are like different people, different talents that roll through. And I really how do I say this, like a lot of times people think that like the fact that someone came through and left is like the worst thing ever. I think the fact that someone came through and had the Decentraland experience is like the most special thing, because once it's their time to like leave or go do something else, they have that memory. But after they're done, it's like, do I go back to Decentraland? Like these are the options that are available to them. Like they could literally go back or continue building what they were building.
It's true, and it's funny. I referenced that even in other stuff, like another company I launched. It's basically people create with AI like clothing, and then we can create it. Like I'm starting with suits and tuxedos just because I'm following Uber's model. I focus on the luxury stuff, and then I expand to everyone else. And every time when I talk about things, they're like, okay, we're gonna for these coats, we're gonna put there's going to be an NFT that's linked to them, and they're like, what's the point of that? What's the utility of that? And I'm like explaining to them, well, like when they go into this game or that game and they want their coat to be there, and it's like you can reference Decentraland and you can show them. It's not just like an idea. It's like you show them people videos and they're like, oh, I get it. Like I can wear this coat in the game and in real life. They're like, exactly. And that's all because of Decentraland, all these little experiences and the marketing, dude. I learned so much from Decentraland, bro. Like when right now, another thing with that company is I'm getting our little like kiosks in all these different stores. And I'm doing the same thing as Waifumon. I go into the store and I give them a bunch of free stuff. Like I give them like free ties, free just the same thing. And they're like, oh, this is cool. And then they're involved in the business. Because at first I was like, I don't want to just sell things. Like I don't like to be a salesman. Like I want to just give, and if they want it, then they can buy it. I don't want to be like, buy my thing. And they're like, who the fuck are you? But it's paid off. And that's all because of Decentraland, like learning these little tactics from Decentraland and learning these like, things. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome, actually. That like you have taken your lessons, what you've learned on the Decentraland, and applied it in your real life businesses. I'm sorry if you've seen me like look around because like Maki like climbed me just now. She climbed up me, then went down my shoulder, and then I looked over and
Saw that.
and then I looked over and she fucking like swan dove off my chair trying to get onto my desk and completely ate shit. And
Oh no.
so I was just like, oh my god. I think she's all right. She's over there drinking water. I think she's all good though. But
You got to give her a nice little pet, right?
yes, I'm gonna have to give her a little chicken treat here after the show. Like I saw you eat shit. I'm sorry. um, and I also want to give a shout out to Kanessa. I see Kanessa got her Mew bubble out as well. Big love, Kanessa. Thank you for joining us. And I saw Valeria joining us, so very nice to see Valeria. And On the Rise is here. Thank you so much, On the Rise. Welcome, welcome. And
All right.
okay, so we went down memory lane a little bit. We covered Fire and Ice. We covered some Waifumon. I mean, overall, like, what's next? What is next? What's the vision looking like? Oh, Guru Snorlax, rub the Snorlax before you speak.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, as of now, just a thing I forgot to tell people: if you have Waifumon Gen 2 1 through 50,
Okay.
you can put it on and see. You can see it in Decentraland. So I forgot to bring that up. So shout out to that everyone that has that already. The other thing that I was the long term goal, man, is keep doing this. But man, I really think like there's some like I'm gonna just this is stuff that either will be done or we'll just keep working until we die kind of situation. But I want to do I want to create rings because I want to do like real life stuff too, not just metaverses, but I want to create rings, actual rings in real life that are based on each Waifumon that will link to it. And I think it would be pretty cool because then people can scan it and see who owns it. So if it's stolen, then you know that they don't actually own it because it's the history of being sold. So I think that's the future of NFTs. So that's something that I'm working with on too as well. I'm working with some forgers and some I was gonna do 3D printing, but the thing is like this stuff's got to be real metal, man, and real gold. So I've been kind of been messing with that too as well. And I kind of the shields, man, I have some ideas for that too. You guys will be seeing me. I'm gonna be streaming every day in the next week, kind of showing off these things that we're working on that are kind of linking real life stuff to these NFTs in the metaverse. So I'll let you guys know as soon as that's up. But we're really excited.
Let's go. Okay, so yeah, that is completely different. Yeah, whoa. I that like came out of left field there. Like rings. I mean, there's so much that you can do there in that aspect, and I mean even just slight questions on like materials. Like, how do you source this shit? Like, are you like forging them yourself over fire?
Hell yes, hell yes. So, contrary to what some people have said about us, shout out to the nemesis Tobik. He used to say that my goal is to end the human population. My goal is to continue to grow the human population. So, and when things are kind of declining, our marriages and kind of like social interactions. Obviously, the metaverse, we're doing it right, but the whole world isn't. So I kind of wanted to kind of hit that hard more, and that's why we started creating these kind of like shields that are based on coats for men and rings that are for women or girls that will be based on the waifu that'll have the fairy in it. And yeah, we were working. I don't have one on me right now that I could show. Actually, let me. No, wait, I do. So we created. I'm all over the place. But let me show you right now some things that we were working with. We tested with metal and 3D printing, and I'll send you these. And you can see that we're going to try to create 3Ds, like little tiny diamond. Like basically, the metal will be based upon the color and the outfit color, and then the gem will be based upon if it's a gemstone or astrology, and we'll create the object of the fairy based on that. Let me show you. I'll send you kind of some stuff.
Damn, sounds like you have you have gone into deep thought, and I mean, I guess like to be at the step of like considering whether to 3D print and sourcing the metals and stuff like that, I think you're far beyond the stage of like just thinking and deep thinking into the concept.
Yeah, we created a bunch of prototypes already, and I'm going to send you one right now. And these were because we're doing shields, helmets, like night helmets and coats and rings. And I'll show you some of these night helmets that we did.
Yeah.
I'm sending this to you right now. And yeah, and the shields will be like, you'll see that there's the Waifu shield that we have in the game. We're building that in real life. And then also we're building, like, there's an 8 coin for the, shout out to the 8 coin community. We're building one for them too as well. And we're building these night helmets. I just sent you the video. And if it doesn't work, I could literally run downstairs and grab it. But yeah, we're building these things, and what we're gonna do is like, so, because you're right, the metal is a little bit more complicated. But what we're doing is the common Waifu Gen 2s are gonna be 3D printed, and then the rare ones will use actual metal, and that's the goal. So we've built some of those too as well. And like I said, it's loading. I don't know if it's going to send or not. Oh, here it goes. So this is the one of the night helmets that we built. I sent it to you in the chat.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How much does this thing weigh?
It's pretty heavy, bro.
Have you like torture tested it yet? Have you like hit something?
No. I have definitely not done that. I am an idiot, but not that much of an idiot. But yeah, we're putting our logo like on the face of all the night helmets for now, so that you can see out of it, but it's not really that efficient or effective. But there'll be a point where people can put their logos on helmets or the shields or the coats and the rings. So because I think that's where it's going to be, like, it's going to basically with whole, like, AI and stuff, like, people can basically rip people off all the time and make fakes of things, but you'll be able to track things, like for an engagement ring, for like the one thing, this is a whole philosophical thing. I won't go down too much, but the reason why marriages in decline are a lot of reasons. One, because guys aren't making as much money as they used to. Let's be real. And two, it's because that there's not really much utility for each party. And it's kind of like, okay, well, like, if we get married, we might lose all this stuff. Well, it's like, well, then how about instead of having like a thing where it's just all or nothing, you can have like some type of like trust where you put it in some type of like a blockchain trust, so it's attached to the ring and the person. And then so if that person, it's like kind of like life insurance, but you don't have to pay life insurance, and if the person dies, then they can get that money vested to them through the ring and through the quote unquote marriage. It doesn't have to be marriage. It could be, you can call it whatever you want, soul partnership, whatever. But this is all kind of way like crazy nerdy, like philosophical things we're working on with culture that I think that's going to really pay off long term, in terms of kind of reshaping not only like how we live as a society, but also utilizing all these technologies, to real life and not just virtual. So then it goes both ways. It's like this we utilize in virtual worlds and real life worlds, and then now it's no longer like a Web3 thing. It's like this is a life thing. So that's just kind of like a lot of things that we're working on right now.
Trying to integrate it. I mean, it's kind of like the same kind of mental concept that like I think SHIB went into. Like I haven't heard about SHIB in the last few years, but like in the last like conference that they were at, they were talking a lot about like blockchain medical records, blockchain IDs, deeds to your house and stuff like that. So that kind of like what you're talking about kind of is like in line with all those concepts as well. Something to build with.
I agree, and I remember those, and I do like them. I even watched some of them on there's something called what's it called, the Knights something or whatever. It's called like the Knights table or something. It's like Shark Tank but for crypto. And there's some people that are doing some cool stuff on that too. So like I'm happy that things are still booming. It's just not like like the gossip anymore. The new thing that everybody hates on is AI. So like crypto is like, it doesn't get hate anymore, which to me is cool. But it's kind of like people are still that are there like here right now are still get it, and they're still feeling. So that's why I'm really stoked about it.
You know what's crazy? It's like, okay, it's AI that's getting hate on right now, but like, that's crazy, guys. Don't go after the thing that can fight back and is smarter than you, like, or like it can't fight back yet, but it's definitely smarter than you, and it might find a way.
Yeah, you're like, are you typing this on a computer that can be referenced later on, like like on Twitter by an AI? Is that what you're saying right now?
Yeah, yeah. It's like I remember that typing rhythm. It is you, Aaron. You remember in 22 when you made this comment?
Right. Every word you wrote, you took a second and looked at a waifu before you finished the next word. We know it's you.
We know it's you, motherfucker. But in all seriousness, oh hail, AI overlords, do not go after me when Skynet goes live.
Right. Please spare us, AI. We have a lot to bring to the table, including waifus.
Yeah,
and metaverse.
Just look at everything we've been building here on the metaverse. Like it's, yeah, which is kind of a crazy rabbit hole. But you're here, so we can go down this rabbit hole.
Right.
And I heard something, and I don't know if this is like real, but it kind of makes sense. Like it's like you know the movie The Terminator and then The Matrix, the two series of movies. They're like saying that The Terminator is like a prequel to The Matrix, being like in humanity, AI takes over and enslaves humanity, starts throwing them into these tubes and using them for whatever the fuck, connecting them into the Matrix.
That would be so cool. I would love that, bro. Like, dude, there's nothing more cooler to me than cross IPs that could somehow become one. Like that to me is the future. Like, I was thinking like just similar to that. I was like, you know what would be epic? Is if they made an Indiana Jones movie, but it was with Dora the Explorer, but real life.
Oh, please.
I was like, it would never happen. These people would not get along, and the people in charge of it would not do it. But to me, it would be like the most epic like movie. I would still watch the hell out of that.
Please,
I was even thinking of like
the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey's there, and then they're like, and then you bring back obviously what's his name? Not Data, Short Round. You know, she's like, you know, oh, Senor Jones, and then he's like, you know, Dr. Jones, and he's like, it's Indy. You know, like that would be like in the trailer. You know.
Oh God, I hope you're writing this down. I think this could be gold, especially with all the AIs. You could definitely get it made.
Right. Well, that's why you got to pitch this whole Matrix thing, because I like this stuff. Like, I think that's where, like, because Hollywood's screwed. They're like, what do we do here, you know? And I'm like, you guys own the IP, so like, you know, if it's all referenced to you and people buy tickets and it's from your, you know, if you want to make them NFT, so it's blockchain related to you, so people don't know they're making fake movies in fake movie theaters, whatever. But you own these things. Why don't you combine these things that don't make sense? And it's a totally new. It's not like a remix. It's not like, it's literally a crossover, but not like, oh, these superheroes are in this, like, you know, multiverse. No, it's like, here's the Terminator, you know, here's the Matrix, you know, here is Dora the Explorer, here's Indiana Jones. Like those things that you just think about it, you go like, I got to see that just because it just sounds insane.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like 90s or like 90s, 80s, well, more like 90s and early 2000 cartoons kind of had that idea, because like remember with like Batman and Superman, and then like kind of like these cross IPs like coming in, then they made the Justice League and shit like that to bring them all together.
That was so.
Yeah, I feel like at some point they just like veered away completely from that like way of thinking. But I mean, it would be awesome to like bring it back. Can you imagine like a John Wick and Punisher movie or something?
I would watch all of it. This is something super cringe, but I'll bring it up to you guys because, you know, like, you know, it's all good. but like I like that kind of stuff to the point where I literally make fan stuff of that. I literally make, it's on my YouTube channel right now. It's Pulp Fiction 2. It's the sequel to Pulp Fiction, and it's I think it's 10 minutes long. And bro, we went all out, bro. We casted people that look like the people. We like deep faked everybody. Like, you know, like Gimp is in it. He makes a return. You know, like we did all this stuff, bro. It got 2 views, bro.
Oh damn! We gotta check out. You gotta link me to that shit. I'll watch some Pulp Fiction.
If anybody gets bored and they have 10 minutes to kill and they want to see basically, I would say an abortion of a project that was just totally like pure fan. Like we knew that obviously, like, you know, if it ever got actual views, like it would just get taken down. But we didn't care. We just wanted to do it. And I released it because I was like, dude, like freaking AI is like can do it now. So I'm like, there's no point of me continuing to work on this project in the background anymore because, you know, it's like someone could just literally type in Pulp Fiction 2 and it would show up. So I just released it just for fun. But it's like, bro, it's pretty bad, but it was a fun time. You could and you can kind of see kind of what I mean by how cringe it was. But yeah, if you got 10 minutes to kill, anybody, if you want to check it out, I just posted it in the chat too as well.
All right.
But yeah, I think
I'll share the link.
Hell yeah, thank you. If basically the reason why I'm bringing it up, though, other than the fact that it got 2 views, is because I think people should do this, bro. They should make it with AI. Like if they want to make the Terminator Matrix, you should just do it because you can now. You know, you could literally just type in these things and check it out, and then who knows? Maybe Hollywood would be like, holy crap, what the hell are we doing? Let's do it. Let's put Dora the Explorer in Indiana Jones. And Harrison Ford's like, fuck no. And they're like, bro, we'll give you like $5 billion. Like, please, for the love of God, just do it.
Dude, yeah, I just shared all over on both Decentraland and all the streaming platforms that we're streaming to. It's so kind of funny. My sister goes, I was so confused, and then I realized I had to join Twitch. Remember, little sister, you have shitty connection in your room, so you can't watch the live stream inside the world. It freezes for her.
Poor thing. Well, I mean, hey, you know, I could talk crap, but I literally was in world and my computer like basically just shut off. So I'm using my phone now. So shout out to her computer at least being better than mine.
Oh boy. So yeah, let's see. I think I have kept you here for about an hour and a half or so. What do you think about starting to wrap up, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm down, man. I appreciate it having me on, and it was a lot of fun and talking about old days, but what's to come. So, and shout out to everybody here. It's really cool to see everybody. I was in world. I would like walk up to you and take a selfie, but like I'm afraid if I do it again, it'll shut off. So, shout out to everybody that's here. Massive love to you all.
Yes, big love. I like to ask this question to all my guests that come through. What are some, or what is a piece of Decentraland?
That is a good question. I would say just have fun, and I know that sounds stupid because everyone says that, but literally just have fun and try everything and don't worry about the consequences. That sounds really actually now dangerous now that I said that out loud, but
sounded better.
The reason why I'm exactly like I do. Okay, it's like doing the wife like. Doing a million things, you know. I was like, okay, I have this marketing company, and like, okay, doing food delivery, I'm doing fan art, anime, I'm in this thing, I'm making movies, I'm doing this, and then it's like then the Wifamon thing was paying off. You know, it's like you don't know what's going to pay off or happen or give you the most joy unless if you try a bunch of things and see what fails and see what doesn't. And that's like you know, saying like this Pulp Fiction thing too. Like it's a total failure, but we had a lot of fun and I learned a lot about it. And then I posted a picture of a dog that I found and it got like 6,000 views. So it's like, you know, it's like you don't know what's going to pay off and what's not, and also what's going to bring you the most joy. So just do everything. If you're meeting some people and they have some cool thing they want to do with you, like have fun with it. And then if you don't like it, bounce, you know. And this is like really, to me, this is literally the best community you can find, period. Like everybody here is like all either enjoying each other's stuff, checking it out, or like working on stuff. It's really just a really positive like vibe type of community. And in the world that we are right now, like it is so fucked. Like this is like very rare. Like treasure the hell out of this experience, because the people that you'll meet here, and like Sinful said earlier, the time that you have, you will always like reference it in your real life, because it's something that's kind of like mysticism. It's like magical. It's like people that didn't experience it kind of won't get it. and so like kind of like utilize it and learn from it, and it's like, you know, enjoy it, because it's pretty cool, man.
It's very cool. It's very cool, and I think that's a very good piece of advice to give, Aaron. And I'm happy you did, because I mean we have a few new users here tonight, I believe. So it's good for everyone have the opportunity to listen to a legend say these iconic words,
LA, you too, man. I'm so proud of you too, man. Like I said, I remember just the good old days in the Togo party when you said you looked like Steve Jobs, and then you acquired your magic helm of the cat, the dead mouse hat. And like, you know, it's funny if you look at your old waifu one that I made for you to what I would make with it now, it's so different. It's like I had it like just wearing red, like a Slim Jim's SinfulMeatStick kind of thing, you know, because like you were kind of just new to the thing. And now I know, like, I know your identity, I know your brain, I know what you're doing. Like, I would make obviously the Mew bubble, I would make it purple. Like, it's just like, I'm very proud of how far you've come, man. So I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe one of these days we'll have to run it back with the waifu.
Waifu 1 too, Sinful too.
Yes,
I love it. I'm down.
I mean, just looking back, I mean, you were always one of those individuals that was always supportive to every single person that wanted to just create and build a brand within Decentraland, within Web3, with it, like anyone that would be around you. You always try to lift them up. I always appreciated your whole rising tides lifts ships kind of thing, like lifts everything up. So mentality. So I appreciate you, Aaron, and thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us for tonight's episode of Beyond the NFT. And I hope we got to cover everything that you had in mind for tonight's episode.
Thanks, man. Yeah, much love to you and much love to everybody. This is not a Nazi salute. I'm just throwing my heart out to you all. Love you all.
All right, everyone. Please stand by here. I might play a little music for a little bit, and then we can just wind down for the rest of the evening. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time, and take care.